That's the case for painter Olivia Gatewood. The North Carolina native has studied art at North Carolina A&T, Cal State, and in Turkey. Recently, she opened a studio gallery in Hillsborough. Olivia is our culture guest this week. Welcome, Olivia.
Oh,
Glad
thank
to have
you,
here.
Natalie.
Just taking a look at some of your work, and we're going to be taking a look at more of it. But describe abstract. What does that mean to you?
Well, abstract, in essence, is an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Because to me, abstract is a very realistic way of looking at the world. And I feel that when I look at something, I internalize it and I actually transpose it in something that is more comprehended by myself.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't necessarily representation of what one would see. This is a tree, a bird, a house, a hat. But it is feelings, emotions, those kinds of interpretations that I work with in my artwork.
Now, where do you get your inspiration? I mean, because you take anything, but you turn it around. That's, I guess, by nature what an abstract artist does.
In essence, that's true. I get inspiration from almost everything that I encounter on a daily basis. It's a reflection of places I go, people I see, things that happen to me, emotional things. I get a great inspiration from scuba diving.
Scuba diving?
Oh yes, it's amazing. It's a whole nother world. It's so fabulous. It's very awe-inspiring. And my interpretations of what I see are, again, translated, and sometimes they're more realistic than other times, but I just recently invested in an underwater camera so I can get
so taking pictures.
Exactly.
We're going to continue to look at some of your work while we talk, because there's some really wonderful pieces there. We were talking actually before we came on, Olivia, you being an African-American artist, but there is no indication in your work that you are an African-American artist, and many African-American artists do show their heritage, and of course that's all great.
Right.
But you don't do that.
Well, and it isn't necessarily that I'm making a conscious effort to do that either. I consider myself an artist. Whether I'm African-American, whether I were Irish, or whatever my heritage would be, I get so much gratification in creating something. And although I feel like it reflects who I am, it reflects it in a very unique way, and it's because I think we're all individuals and all different, and that shows in my work, I think, who I am, basically. I like to experiment, I like to travel, I love color, emotion, movement, and I think those things are reflected in my work.
Now, the piece that we're looking at now, that's you do three-dimensional pieces as
that's
well.
Pretty new. I started at Christmas time with the gourds. I was looking for a different kind of Christmas present for my family.
Wonderful Christmas present.
They've really taken off, too. I can't keep them.
Great idea.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Have you always been an abstract painter, or
No.
something
I
that you
started out
evolved into?
very realistically, painstakingly rendering things as I saw them, and I became bored with it.
Okay.
And I realized that no matter how hard I tried, I could not capture the essence of something the way God has done it. So I'll leave that to God, and I'll just interpret it the way I want to interpret it. And I found it more interesting and exciting for me. Yeah.
How are you evolving? Well, what's next? I mean, so you got your underwater camera, so you're just going to go crazy. You're going to spend a whole lot of time in the water.
That's right. A lot of time in the water. And when I come out, I reward myself with the gourds. That's great fun. And I'm thinking about a religious theme, actually. My mother comes to the gallery, and many times she's given me titles for my artwork, and they all have religious themes. And she's seeing, biblical passages and so forth in my work. That's an interesting idea. So actually a friend says, Olivia, you should do a religious theme. And I think I will.
Now, you are making a living at this work. You have your gallery that just opened in Hillsborough.
Yes.
So you're doing this full time.
I have been doing this full time now for 11 years. And it's my passion. And I always believe that if there's something that you have passion for, if you go for it, you can really do it well. So that's my inspiration.
All right. Well, it's beautiful work, Olivia.
Thank you very much.
And we appreciate your coming
and
sharing it with us. And people will have to get down to Hillsborough
Absolutely.
to the gallery and check it out.
Absolutely. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you, and good luck.
Thanks.
All right. And that's it for the show this week. I'm Natalie Christian. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll tune in again next time for another edition of Carolina Chronicle. See you then.